Hi everybody, today I thought I would do a day in my life summer vacation edition. This is the first day in my life I'm doing, but I thought it would be really fun to do one on vacation because vacation could be really busy and really fun. So let's get into it. My ideal day, I wake up at 8 a.m. That's what I always try to aim for. I forgot to bring actual face wash, so I had to use hand soap as face wash, but it kind of does the exact same thing as the face wash, so it don't really matter, I guess. I also use toothpaste for sensitive teeth. I try to avoid cereal, but on vacation we have cereal for breakfast. We got the Lucky Charms with the almond milk. After that, I put on my favorite t-shirt and shorts and shoes. Being in the forest is really, really fun, so of course I take this time to go for a walk because I'm on the edge of the forest. So I'll get my headphones, listen to my iPod, take a walk, go to the playground because no one's ever there. So I just like to sit on the swings because it's fun. I'm right next to the water, so I have a really, really good view of it. After I come back from the playground though, I'll sit outside and just listen to my headphones. I love my iPod so much. I usually listen to Lana Del Rey, Halsey, Chase Atlantic, G-Eazy, 21 Pilots, Melanie Martinez. Sometimes I'll take this time out to also play a game. Today I decided to play some Kirby. I love the fishing feature in the Kirby game. I think it's really cute. I also like to read poetry when I'm on vacation, so I'll bring some of my favorite poetry books with me to read outside. And I also like to bring my fidget slug with me because the fidget slug is my favorite thing besides a slinky. I used to have fidget spinners because I cannot sit still, so I was like, I'll just have a fidget spinner. But then I discovered fidget slugs and I love them a lot more. I love how they wiggle because the way they're built. I love being in the forest because it's very peaceful, it's very pretty. I feel like a fairy in the woods. It's amazing. I decided to go for a walk in the morning. I try to go for walks a lot. Sometimes when I'm walking through the woods, I'll see animals like salamanders or frogs. Salamanders are kind of easy to find because they are so brightly colored. I do love to find frogs though, except on this day I didn't find any frogs, so I was kind of sad about that. When I came back home though from my walk in the woods, I decided to go for a bike ride. I love my bike. I love biking. I do love walking and swimming, but I think biking is one of the most funnest things to do. It's just so fun. It's great. I love it. I love going really, really fast. I couldn't hold the camera still while riding my bike, but I love biking in the forest a lot because there's no people around. And I'm really, really introverted to the point where I have agoraphobic tendencies. I just love the woods because it's peaceful. I'm away from people. I just love how carefree I could be in the woods because it's just so peaceful and quiet, and I'm not lonely. I'm just free. I feel like a nymph. I took a little break from biking though to look at some geese. I saw a turkey vulture. Turkey vultures are pretty good for the environment as well, so they're there for a reason. I came back home eventually though and decided to just listen to some music again while walking around. I sat down for a while though to play a hunting game. I don't hunt deer in real life. If I did that, I would feel very, very bad and guilty and probably cry. So I just do it on my Nintendo because it's fun. And plus, I was able to get this game on sale for literally $2, so I'm having a blast playing it. However, I saw a bear, so I decided to leave because I have a fear of bears. I left, got in a car with some people I really love, and decided why don't we just do something fun because it's vacation. On our drive though, I saw a deer. I love deer so much. They're like unicorns to me. But we decided to go to a zoo, and the zoo had a greenhouse. I thought it was pretty cool. They had a tortoise. I love the tortoise. I literally wanted to go to the zoo just to see a donkey, but spoiler alert, they had no donkeys at the zoo. Obviously, a donkey would probably be at maybe a farm, but everywhere I go, I just look for horses, donkeys, and sheep. The zoo did have a sheep, though. They also had meerkats, some really cool birds, and they had like a really cool rhino, as well as zebras. They had orangutans. There was lions as well. There was a bunch of animals, but like most of them I didn't really record because I only wanted to like record the ones that I thought were my favorites to see at the zoo, I guess. One of my favorite things to see though was the kangaroos because there wasn't like a barrier kind of, it was a fence with a rope. And I thought it was like really interesting because like the kangaroos were just like hopping around. Obviously, you're not allowed to pet them. I also wanted to address this because, like, a lot of people are against zoos, and there's a lot of people who also are for zoos. But the best advice I could give is, if you want to support zoos, go to publicly owned zoos. Privately owned zoos are where a lot of problems are at. So I only go to publicly owned zoos because, from my experience, they seem to be way healthier for the animals. They care way more about the conservational efforts for wildlife. Privately owned zoos are like a random person just buying a pet tiger and then like having it at their place and saying it's a zoo. It's a way deeper conversation, but anyway, I saw goats. I also saw a really cool monarch butterfly, and there was hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds, they're like fairies to me. But after the zoo, we decided to go to the beach. I don't like swimming in lakes or oceans. I get really anxious because of it, because like there's so much in the water that you don't know is there. You know what I mean? Like there could literally be like a jellyfish next to you in the ocean and you wouldn't even know. It scares me. I only swim in pools. There are times where I might go in the water at a lake or an ocean, but I usually don't. The beach was really nice though. It was kind of crowded. The water looked really, really cool. I did feel the water though at some point and it was freezing. So yeah, I took a walk around the beach and like just had fun doing that. I just love seeing things. So stared at the water for a while, walked around for a little bit. But eventually, like, I got bored, so I was like, why don't we just, like, go bird watching? When I go bird watching, I tend to look for vultures, eagles, mourning doves, blue jays, cardinals, osprey, crows, hummingbirds. There was geese, though, again, and I love watching geese. There was a goldfish in the water. Like, there was a big goldfish. I know nothing about fish. I have no clue what type of fish it was. I'm just calling it a goldfish. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. There was a lot of fish. There was like a bunch of fish like swimming around. It was really cool. Like you could see from the video, there was like so much fish in the water. It was like a lot. But yeah, I recorded some more birds. A lot of people do not like seagulls at all, but I love like every bird, so I recorded a seagull taking a bath in the water. And I recorded more seagulls. I just love seagulls so much. Eventually we left the beach area and I was like, I hope we see some eagles or an osprey, but then we saw turkeys. If you want to see birds of prey, find a field and just hope for the best. So we drove out into farmland. I saw a rabbit. There was cattle. And I finally got to see some donkeys, which I was really excited about because I love donkeys so much. I mean, I love horses, donkeys, ponies, but I really have been, like, loving donkeys, like, so much lately. But finally, I saw an eagle. I was so happy to see an eagle because I've seen eagles before, but I never was able to, like, capture them on camera. So I was so, like, heart racing over, like, seeing this eagle, okay? Because there was two of them, and I recorded it so well. My hands were shaky recording it, but, like, the eagle, like, flew in, and warning, just so, in case if you're queasy, There is footage I recorded of the eagles eating an animal of some sorts. So if you don't like that, skip ahead a little bit, please. Because I'm including it in the video because this is like a rare sight. I have never seen like an eagle like this close before. So this is really, really cool for me. I see eagles maybe like 3 times a year. So this was so exciting to see 2 at once, and one of them was having a meal. Like, that was so cool to me. I've never like seen that before. I was stunned. And plus, like, it recorded so well on my camera, so I was like having a great time. But then we were driving and I saw an osprey nest, so I was like, turn the car around, go back, okay? And we just sat there and watched the osprey for a little bit. From like a safe distance, obviously. Don't disturb the nest. But it just looks really close up because I have a really good lens on my camera. So that was really exciting because like I've seen osprey before, like at the beach, at the forest, wherever else. But it's really cool to see them at their nest. It's really, really cool because their nests are like giant. There was actually 3 osprey in total, I think. But eventually we left and we were driving back home and there was a deer in the woods with a baby deer. So it was a mother with her fawn, and I love that so much. I love deer so, so much. Whenever I see a deer, I'm like, wow, it's Bambi. I also saw this other bird in the forest too. It was kind of far away, so I just tried my best to record it, but I'm pretty sure it was a heron. I also saw a cardinal, and I recorded a squirrel eating a mushroom upside down on a tree. And a lot of the deer that I was seeing had their babies with them, so that was really, really sweet. But I didn't see like any stags. It was just doe with their fawns. However, sunset happens, the day is changing, so obviously once I get home, birdwatching is over, it's time to chill. I tried to record the lightning bugs in the woods. I love lightning bugs. They're so like, they're like little fairies to me because they just fly around and they light up. I love it. I recorded my people roasting marshmallows, traditional summer vacation camping stuff. I personally don't like marshmallows, but like if somebody tells me to roast them one, I will do that. I'll do it terribly because I'm awful at doing that, but I will try. Anyway, got a popsicle because I love popsicles so much. And you can see why I use sensitive toothpaste because I bite into popsicles because like I just love crunching on ice so much. However, time passes by pretty quick when you're having fun, so eventually it's nighttime. The moon is out. I recorded the moon pretty well. I love recording the moon so much because it's so pretty, and my camera is like pretty good at recording the moon, so you could see like all the craters in the moon. I love it. But I do not love mosquitoes, so I went back inside and got a slice of this like bread. But then I did my nighttime routine, which is pretty much the morning routine, except nighttime routine, you take a shower, right? So like brush teeth, wash face, take a shower. I changed into my favorite pajamas. They're satin. They're very comfortable. Then of course I got my headphones with my iPod. I charge my iPod a lot because like I'm always using it, so it's always running out of battery. I listen to music like all the time, like if I'm on a walk, if I'm at home, if I'm biking sometimes as well. I just love music and listening to music. I just think it's the best thing ever. So I listen to music while I'm coloring. I listen to music when I'm just walking around, doing chores, when I'm having fun, when I'm busy, when I'm working on stuff. I love when music is always playing. So Chase Atlantic is on all the time, just like Lana Del Rey, Halsey, and all of my other favorite musicians. After coloring though, I did some journaling. I like to journal just to get my thoughts out sometimes because like sometimes you really just have to work through what you're thinking or how your life is going. And sometimes like talking to people about it doesn't always help for me, so I like to just use my notebook and then write whatever I'm feeling and then just like hope for the best. However, after, doing all of this, it's bedtime. I get tired. So before I fall asleep, I just like hang out with my fidget slug because I love it so much. And I also read a poetry book for a little bit too, while listening to music, of course. The only time I didn't have music playing today was during breakfast, when I was bird watching, when I was at the zoo, and also at the beach. But besides that, like, music is like on all the time. There's been a lot of times where I fell asleep listening to my music with headphones on. That's not really safe to do, but whatever. So, yeah, bedtime. I'm just chilling under my blanket with a poetry book, my iPod, my fidget slug, and I just wait to fall asleep. I usually fall asleep around midnight, but that's not always how it works. But yeah, this is what my ideal day in the life on vacation looks like in the forest. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll make another one of these soon. Bye!